As a dog trainer, you have to be really careful taking generic business advice. The problem is the dog training business is far from generic. Our industry has to be one of the most unique industries that there is, and there's lots of moving parts. I see so many business coaches and marketing agencies talking to you about the importance of your client avatar and finding out who your ideal target market is. The problem is none of them have actually got a clue what they're talking to you about, and taking generic advice on this doesn't work. Let me explain. When it comes to buying dog training, there are 4 different types of buyers based on the stage of the journey that they're at. And if you don't understand this concept, it's very likely why you're struggling to get people over the line and buy your training. It's nothing at all to do with how old they are or what they do for a living. It's all about where they are in the owner's journey. Dog owners go through 4 stages of solving their problem with their dog. And depending on where they are in the journey, depends on how much they're going to pay and how willing they are to push the button and get going. The further through the journey they go, the more money they are prepared to pay. And as soon as you understand this simple concept, lots of things will become clear for you. So let's begin by talking about somebody at the first step of their journey. They've either had their dog for a while or they've recently acquired it and they've realised that they've got some problems, so they need to seek some training. Now, at the beginning of the journey, stage 1, they believe that all dog trainers are created equal. And so the majority of them will make their decision of who they're going to work with based on the price that they charge. If that training works, everybody's happy and they go on their way for a great life with their dog. But if that training fails, they jump to stage number 2. And at stage number 2, they will generally look for a change of approach to training. So if their first approach was force-free, they will likely go to a balanced approach. And if their first approach was balanced, they will likely move to a force-free approach. And again, if that training goes really well, they'll go on their way and everybody will be happy. But if it fails, they will jump to step number 3. At step number 3, they will realise that you get what you pay for. And so now they're going to throw money at the problem. And this is the first time where an owner will truly invest in quality dog training. And again, if it works, they'll happily go on their way. But if it fails, they won't jump to step number 4. What they'll do instead is they'll give up. They'll basically look at the situation and say, we've wasted so much time and money and we haven't got what we were looking for. We're not prepared to give any more. Our dog's untrainable. And they will either resign themselves to the idea that they're stuck with a dog for the rest of its life that's going to be difficult, rehome the dog, or worst case scenario, put it to sleep. Now, it's absolutely possible to draw an owner back into training if they've given up. However, in order to do so, they will be attracted to something very different at stage number 4 to what they would be at stage number 1. I don't have time to tell you what's going to attract different people at each of these stages in this video. But if you drop the word target in the videos, I will send you over a short guide which will explain it all in more detail.